Gotta stay looking sharp for the public. Hey, I am Chuck the Bureaucrat, and a little while ago, one of you asked, when should a retiree wear their uniform? And that's a pretty good question because a lot of retirees keep a uniform ready just in case they're ever called back to active duty. Really, there's two important pieces to this. Obviously, there's the when to wear your uniform piece, but there's also an important bit about how to wear a retiree's uniform. All right, let's go to the Army publication website and pull up the latest version of AR 670-1 and its DA PAM. Now, the first thing to notice is this thing was last published in January of 2021. As regulations go, this one gets pretty regular updates. So the fact that it's 3 years old, well, a new one's likely to show up pretty soon. But for now, the first rule about retirees is that if they're called back to active duty, they wear the uniform and insignia the same way that the regular Army soldiers do. So the rest of this conversation is about retirees who are not on active duty. Most of us. We can either wear the uniform reflecting the grade and branch on the date of our retirement, or we can upgrade to the uniform reflecting the grade and branch of folks on regular active duty. The only rule here is you can't mix and match the two uniforms. Oh, and you have to wear the grade of rank that was shown on your retirement orders. Now, in general, the uniform should only be worn for military funerals, memorial services, weddings, inaugurations, and other ceremonial events. It can also be worn for parades commemorating national or state holidays, or for parades and ceremonies where regular Army or reserve component unit is going to participate. And it doesn't have to be an Army unit. It can be any armed forces. Now, there is one fiddly little bit here that the regulation doesn't talk explicitly about, but they seem to talk around it. The appropriate uniform for the situations I just described is the service or dress uniform, not the combat uniform and not the PT uniform, although we will come back to the PT one in a second here. What this suggests to me is that a retiree should never really be wearing a combat uniform, but maybe I'm wrong. When retirees do wear their uniform, they're authorized to wear the retired shoulder sleeve insignia when they wear the AGSU, or they can wear the retired service identification badge when they're wearing the ASU. Essentially, the first one is a patch on your shoulder and the second one is a pin on your pocket. Now, just because ain't nothing easy, there is one little footnote about these insignia. The design got changed relatively recently. The new one is that black and yellow retired soldier for life one, but you might still see the old one hanging around. Ooh, and by the way, if you earned a combat patch, you can wear it as a retiree. Now, I told you the common situations where a retiree can wear their uniform, but there is one special case for people who are working at an educational institution, either as instructors or people responsible for military discipline. They can only wear the uniform if the courses are approved by the armed forces. And in those cases, they wear the shoulder sleeve insignia of the command that is responsible for the course of instruction. ROTC instructor, you should check out AR 145-1 and 145-2. Final thing to talk about is the PT uniform. Retirees can wear the PT uniform in conjunction with civilian attire as long as they are off the installation. But when retirees wear the complete PT uniform, they are only authorized to wear the accessories that are approved for regular Army soldiers, and they have to follow the regulations that apply to the regular Army. Now, here's what I couldn't figure out. Can a retiree not on active duty wear a beard while wearing the military uniform? I'm just asking for a friend. If you know, leave a comment. And in the meantime, watch this video.